Hello, Internet. Welcome back to our Cataclysm Delivery Boy plate armor series thing. Because if there's one thing I know about COVID, if you wear plate armor, you're actually fully insulated from the coronavirus. So we're going to continue wearing this gear pretty much indefinitely. I can't really think of a reason to take it off. It's so resilient, the likelihood of it being damaged to the point of us not wanting to wear it pretty small, not super likely to happen. And again, it can be repaired with sewing, which I'm sure is beyond our capabilities, but that's an option we have. So, oh no, he said the name demonetized. Oh, what did I say? Oh, the that horrible, unspeakable disease we're not allowed to discuss. Oh well, it is what it is. I'm not monetized anyway. And if you can't make jokes about a horrifying disease that's destroying lives, then what can you make jokes about? I don't really remember what I was doing. I think did we do the hub mission? I think we did. We only want to do the first one. The other two are more difficult than we are really capable of doing on day three. Is a little bit beyond our capabilities. And really, we just wanted to open up trade dialogue with them. I did make a bug report about how bags are containing their items in the merchant's inventory, but I was confused about it. I thought it was making them only available if you purchase the bag. That's not correct. They're still in that menu. It just shows the bag as being super expensive. Because if you buy the bag, you buy all contained items. It's an interesting problem, but it's not the one I thought it was initially. So I think we did hit the hub. We probably bought, yeah, we bought a science ID card, I think. Science. We did. So we enabled trading with the hub. That's something we'll exploit in the future, primarily for CBMs most likely, and we'll check back every couple of days. Although at the moment, we don't have anything that's really worth any financial significance. I mean, we could trade them something garbage like our Glock that we don't really care about. We do have a leftover EMP grenade from the mission. I think that's like $50. Where's the? It's $40. So that's like a CBM and a half at 0 barter skill. I never raised bartering. Maybe we'll do that this playthrough, since I'm actually going to be trying to take advantage of the trading for once. Hello, Jack. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping in. Always nice to see some of the same people come out. I was going to say the same faces, but I have no idea what any of you look like, unsurprisingly. So I don't really know what to do. We're not injured. It's morning, so we have the daylight. We don't really have any problems. I think we were raising our fab, and then I got distracted by something at the house, and we never finished. So why don't we bump our fab to 1? We did recently wake up, so our mood's not super terrible. And I did just see a couple MP3 players, and because they have the plutonium batteries in them, they're going to last forever. So we're just going to plug those in. 1,000 charges is 3 times what we would normally get, if not more. If we put a disposable in, they're normally 300. So that should help with our move. Man, I'm feeling a little bit like breathing issues today. I feel like I'm wheezing a little bit more than usual. Hopefully that does not become an issue. Also had some really bad stomach problems today, and I don't feel very well. So I thought, normally I would stream at 5 p.m. my time, and I thought, if I go live a little bit early, we'll call it a little bit early, and maybe somehow that will make me feel better, which I know now that I say it out loud doesn't make any dang sense, but whatever. Anyway, let's continue grinding our fab really quick. Shouldn't take very long to get to 1. I forget why I needed fab 1, but I needed it for something. No, don't do that. Let's step next to the table and do this, so that way in the future we don't have to wield everything that we interact with. Work on craft, please. In progress, fishhook. Zombie cop spotted. Yeah, we should probably stop. If I can see them, they're oh, actually way over there. What even is over there? Literally nothing. So I'm not sure what that guy's doing out there. We'll pop out and murder him, because why not? He's a cop. He might have something cool on him. Hello, Dan Hawk. Thanks for stopping in. Gonna murder this. Oh, shouldn't say that out loud, actually, now that I think about it. But that cop zombie has been dealt with. He did have a Kevlar vest on him. Super, super valuable. One of my favorite armor items in the game. It's interesting. It is damaged, but its protection values are lower than I expected. Since they added ballistic armor values to the game, I sort of thought the Kevlar vest would be one that immediately got a significant bump in its various stuff, but it looks like that's not going to happen. That's right, we don't have storage for this because it's a Kevlar vest. And it's quite big. It's 6 liters and we don't have anything, any open pocket large enough. Go ahead and, no, we're going to need the mace because here comes more enemies. Drop the item. Kill the enemy. Not sure what they're doing out here. There's one to the north as well. Hip flask of gin. No, I'm okay. Yeah, I don't know why they're just out here in a field. They farm for their meals. How did your survival get raised by that? So when you smash corpses or butcher corpses, it actually raises your survival. I forget the max level for that when it stops giving you experience, but that's a reliable way to quickly raise survival if you don't feel like crafting. However, it's much better to craft raise survival because it doesn't take very long. So if I went to like P-Fab or P-Survival, it's much quicker just to, what do I usually make? I think digging sticks is something I typically, no, that's not it. But whatever, you can craft raise much faster than you would be able to raise by butchering and whatnot. But it's doable, and it does raise your survival a little bit. So let's take this Kevlar vest back to base, because we definitely want that. It is filthy. Oh, that's why we were raising our fab. We wanted to make a washboard, which apparently I'm guessing is fab 1. And we wanted to do that. Let's close everything up as well so we don't get, of course it doesn't have curtains on it. Never mind. Never mind. Why would a window have curtains on it? It's absurd. Okay. So can we make the washboard now? We can, which means we can now wash the military rucksack. So that's good. We need storage items. Hello C-Back, hello C-Black, hello Pablo, everybody. So washboard important, obviously important. And we're gonna use that currently for our soap, for our military rucksack, but it also opens up in the future that we will be able to take storage items from zombies and wash them. Man, I'm getting a little frustrated with not being able to carry items in our packs. So we need to do this immediately. Go ahead and drop. I want to drop everything and then come back with our mace because I really don't like the idea of being out here in an area we've only like partially cleared without a weapon in our hands. So we'll go back and grab the mace. You have a headache. I'm sorry. I don't have a lot to talk about. Oh my god. So the one thing I have to talk about is more death. I know we just talked about death recently and you know, I wasn't super thrilled about it, but just 2 days ago, my other neighbor, like diagonal from my house, passed away. And we had just talked about my neighbor who lived, like, so basically on my right hand side, where I'm facing right now is my neighbor who passed away. He was like 85 or something like that. Then across the street from him 2 days ago, our other neighbor passed away, and he was like only in his 70s. And I never knew the dude, but can we wash this without picking it up? Of course not. Okay, so pick up the rucksack, hold it in your hands, activate the washboard. Yes, wash the rucksack. Yes, yes. Great. Put the rucksack on. Okay, because I'm tired of micromanaging our inventory. And yeah, there was like a ambulance and all that came to the house, and they were there for a long time. And my family said, you know, oh, I think, well, I'm not gonna say his name, but I think so and so died. And then we got confirmation last night. And my one family member came and told me that, oh, these things happen in threes. Someone else is gonna die on this street. I guarantee it's gonna happen. And I was like, you know, I don't really think that's how it works, you know. But people do say that. They say it always happens in threes. Growing up, because I had a lot of depression and I had like suicidal tendencies and stuff when I was young. My mentor and other people around me would say like suicides happen in threes, but I never heard that like just regular deaths happen. I think what happens is that just people die every day and it's just coincidence, but people pull that sort of that anecdotal evidence together and make it mean something. Death is all around, and what did we say last time? Okay. Was that the fire truck from the other day? No, that was very much a fire. This was, I think, Wednesday, very early Wednesday morning, and then last night before I went to work, she told me, or no, that was this morning. Before I went to bed, she told me that they got confirmation that he had passed away. Because you never know, like he lived there with his wife, and they just saw an ambulance, and there were people from the family that were there for hours, so they assumed something bad happened, and then we got confirmation this morning. My family was part of that belief of three. Yeah, people seem to believe that. I've heard it a lot in my life. I never really, like when I was young and they said, oh, suicides happen in threes, it made sense to me because basically what they were saying is, hey, I know you're depressed, but if you hurt yourself, you're actually hurting other people too, because if you kill yourself, then there are going to be people in your friend group who are going to be impacted by that, who might then make bad mistakes themselves, bad choices themselves. So I don't know. It's one of those weird things you try not to think about. But now my family member's convinced one of us is going to die, which is not fun. One of the first things she said is that, my brother, of course, she's worried he's going to OD. And that's a reasonable thing to be concerned about, but I think it's just a superstition. And then she was like, oh, she's from a town that's near here. Like she grew up in a town near here. And she was like, a couple years ago, I read that 2 ladies on our block had died even though they moved away. And we all thought we were going to die. It's like, it doesn't really work that way, I don't think. You're not going to drop dead because of some superstitious supernatural entity that only takes people in threes. It doesn't work that way. Confirmation bias. I can't even write properly. I guess it's time for sleep. Accident never comes alone in the... Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess. As I'm sitting here reading chat, I'm like, my brain's not firing on all cylinders today. We're going to have to wake up a little bit more. I don't know, I've been feeling off for a couple days, but it's not the super depression that I'm typically dealing with, A lot of times when I don't feel well, it's directly tied to my emotions, but today it's like, I don't know, I just don't feel very here today. Hello, Drake Tremor. Thanks for stopping in again. Hello again. We've been getting continual followers. Even when I'm offline, I'm noticing we're getting a small crawl of followers, which is nice. I don't know if that means people are watching the videos. I don't know if that means people are coming from YouTube, but it's nice. I think I'm just going to grind fab, because again, my brain's not really working like I want it to be, so I think this is just something where I can just ramble while I let my character do something. Let's make 10 needles. Actually, so I was going to say stop because I think it said 3 hours of crafting, but whatever. I guess it doesn't matter. I did the stream today and felt the same way, trying to keep that going and working around the stupidity called life. I mean, again, it's the physical stuff I totally understand. Like, today my stomach is giving me problems, and it's like, there's literally nothing you can do about that. But then there are times when I'm just like a little out of it, or I feel a little depressed, and I feel like, nah, I should be able to push through this, You shouldn't let that drag down all of your content, but some things, man, they just take it out of you, and there's nothing you can really do about it. We're already here. I wouldn't hate grinding tailoring a little bit, because I would like to get access to some of the pack recipes, and I bet they're pretty low on the tailoring list. I don't think we have a book for that, though, and there's not really nothing we can make super easily. To make short string out of rope, it takes 5 minutes. Or out of thread, rather. We don't have enough thread to do that reliably. Turbines are an easy one because they just require rags. Why don't we gather some rags from the neighboring area? Give me a plank to take with me as well so I'm not bashing with my mace. We'll go out with a plank next door and just destroy their sofas because I hate sofas. Sofas killed my father, so it's an easy decision for me. Maybe it's the weather. It's warm and nice here, to be honest. I don't know what it's like where y'all live, but it's been warm. It's been cool mostly the last like week. We had that like mini heat wave and then it backed off a lot. It's been really nice. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's contagious. Make makeshift bandages. You already need medical supplies. Easy 0 to 1. I did not know bandages were tailoring. Makeshift. They are in fact tailoring. That is good to know. That's incredibly quick craft. It's a very quick craft and it's really easy because it's just rags. So thank you kindly, Levain Fiend. That's very helpful. Maybe it's life in general. Sometimes it's just harder. Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it. Of course, there's an alarm on the door. So that's gonna draw some stuff over here. And yeah, they're coming. And there's an iBot. Great. I don't know why the duplex had an alarm on the door, but not on me smashing the windows. So let's stop hauling and go retrieve our mace quickly because enemies are going to be coming. And I'd really like to kill that freaking iBot, to be honest, but I also don't really want to go over there. Oh, my throat's acting up immediately. So let's try to kill this thing. Because otherwise, if we just leave the zombies to fight it, it's eventually going to continually spawn these bots. Are you one with a weapon of any sort? Powered stun gun. Yeah, so these will zap us, which is not great. Got thunderstorms all week, so that's fun. FBI hands in the air. Well, if they had put a freaking alarm on their window, I would have known not to smash the door. He zapped me. Don't zap me, bro. Just melee it. I don't care. I was gonna run back and get a gun. Okay. Well, it's really hard to hit, apparently, despite being a giant robot. So we'll head back to base here, grab our gun, and shoot it. Oh, my throat today already. I've been recording for friggin' 8 minutes, and my throat's killing me. Yeah, if I put my weapon down, he'll arrest me. I don't want to be arrested. I want to blap him to death. So we have 3 rounds in this. Should do it. Give me my mace back. Stored inventory. I really wish they would reassess the size stuff of this because I can't do anything with the mace because it won't fit in any of my packs. And I would think that a military rucksack would be able to store something like a gun or a mace in it. A duffel bag is large enough to accommodate that, but because it's broken down, instead of having one large pocket, it's broken down in medium pockets, and the maximum length just I don't really think makes sense. I feel like I could fit a mace in a rucksack. So constantly dropping the mace is like really been annoying me, but let the pacification gas go about its business. Nice thing I do is go to a place with fresh air, get a deep breath, and look at nature / normal places and try to see the colors as vivid as possible. I hear what you're saying, but I'm an indoor kid, so my idea of going someplace beautiful is like perching on a mountain in WoW and looking out at the world before me. I'm an indoor kid. I do not like going outside. I will say every day I drive a route for work, and a lot of days I get to watch the sun come up, and there are some days when everything's super miserable, and then I'm driving home over the backcountry roads, and I'm coming over the hills, and I can just see for like 3 miles, and you just see the sun setting over fields and stuff, or sun rising over fields, and you're like, life is okay. So I think there's definitely validity to that. Okay, we killed the robot, and we were gonna craft bandages. Oh, that's right, we were hauling things. with his gas there. We really don't want to be hoofing it through there. Yeah, again, I have cleared this area to some extent, so I don't expect a lot of enemies to come as a result of the alarm, but any is, any at all is a problem. Let's put our helm back on as well because it's daylight and our vision is fine. And we want to protect our head. We see a fox, not really a concern. And we're just circling around because of the gas. We were hoping the gas might dissipate. It did not. Of course, so right here is where we left everything. Maybe by the time we haul up there. Yeah, we should stop, huh? Okay, zombie. Just had to be problematic. We're going to move these up and we'll make some bandages to raise our tailoring skill. And we'll see if that is enough to create our own packs, because we've really been struggling with storage items and I would really like to take care of that. So let's sort these items, remove all of the wood and put that on our wood pile. Scrap metal, splintered wood, yes please. And then everything else can go onto our unsorted pile. How do I do all? Is it comma? It is comma, okay. So we sorted everything. Let's make some bandages. We need bandages anyway. Go ahead and make like 12 of these. It's more than enough to level us, but I like having them on hand. That way I don't have to create them every time I have to bandage before I go to bed. You don't play with wander spawns. No, I don't. So basically, I've tried playing with wander spawns before. I don't like... So I don't know if this information is still accurate, so take this with a grain of salt. But back then, it was based on the sound that you generate, and I actually really hate that idea of just generating enemies because I'm being loud. I don't like that. Dead State was like that, where if you made noise, it would start spawning enemies at the edge of the map. And I understand, like, from the roleplay perspective, why that would be something that would happen. But I really dislike that for some reason, and so that's a major reason why I don't play with that. And then the other thing is, like, just heard people's kind of horror stories of them not really working right and kind of being janky. And to my understanding, they're better now than they were like 2 years ago, but I just don't care about that so much. My stream chat is dying on me, and I don't know why. Can't stay any longer. Got exams tomorrow. Good luck with the stream. Hey, thanks for coming out. I appreciate even just a pop in. Wish I knew why my chat was giving me problems, but okay. It's probably just the Xbox being stupid. Anyway, we got our tailoring to 1. Let's check if we have the option to make packs. We don't. We have a box backpack, which requires... It's made of wood, really. Makeshift backpack comprised of a wooden box and a pair of ropes. Wouldn't it make more sense to use just cardboard, like, than to make a wood box yourself? Wouldn't that make more sense? Just take a medium or large cardboard box, slap some straps on it, and throw it on your back. But okay, we don't want that, of course. So we probably would need to raise tailoring further. I don't really want to do that. I don't care about tailoring very much. Keep typing fab when I'm looking for other things. What can I make easily with tailoring? Requires thread? No. We're looking for things that just require a small amount of rags or thread. Duct tape? Absolutely not. Safety glove? No, none of this is very good. Takes 10 minutes to make these items. We could do this. We're definitely going to need to harvest more thread at some point. Let's just make some light gloves. I don't think it'll be enough to level us, but... And I did this again. Drop it on the ground. Pick up. Okay, well, what did you drop on the ground? You didn't drop anything. Did you drop the in-progress craft? What did you drop? There, yes, okay. Keep starting my crafts too far away. I got to start them next to the table. That way we don't have to keep unwielding items. Work on craft. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Hanging with my son and listening to you. We ... Well, hello, you and son, I guess. Again, I don't think my content super appropriate for children. I guess it depends on their age, but I feel like I can be explicit occasionally. I'm looking for packs. Still can't make the packs. So basically, like I don't know, 5 months ago maybe, they added a whole bunch of packs to the game. And when they were released, I complained about them at length because they were really easy to craft and really had silly low requirements. So it looks like they've at least addressed that to some extent by making the tailoring requirement higher. Although I do feel like tailoring 2, you'd be able to make a makeshift bag of some sort. That was one of the first things when we were learning. The new packs are all tailoring 3 or higher. Oh, good. Because like when I was learning in high school how to sew in like my home ec type class, we one of the first things we did was make a drawstring bag. And admittedly, it wasn't huge, or a backpack or anything, but it's a bag. It's whatever. So what can we make quickly? Stop looking for fab, you dummy. What can we make quickly? 5 minutes for this requires thread and rags for the balaclava. Yeah, let's make more balaclava. This is turning into a craft grind type situation I didn't really expect to do. Still tailoring 2. We need more threads, so let's address that. We should probably eat and drink something as well. What do we have on offer? Hopefully these cans are sealed and are not going to go bad. I don't really trust the new system very well, so we'll eat some canned goods. Still says we're hungry. Yes, we're still hungry. Okay, so eat, well, go ahead and drink some fruit juice. Why not? And orange juice. Why not? And we'll save the bread, I think, and we'll try to cook these hot dogs at some point. You're gonna eat a pickle, try to fill your belly a little bit. So we are now satisfied and no longer thirsty, so that'll do. Alright, we're going to need string. We can easily do this by searching. Actually, we have a lot of strings we've picked up in kitchen drawers and things, so this should be just fine. Grab some strings. Give me a long string. And I guess we'll do it here. Butcher. Yes. Butcher. Yes. So how's everybody else doing? Because I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, I have nothing to talk about. Duffel bag is 2. Well, I was searching for pack, so let's look for bag instead. Oh, okay. Duffel bag is 2. I do like the duffel bag. I think the encumbrance when it's full is pretty not great, but it is good now that we have the ability, so inevitably the zombies are going to destroy our military rucksack. It's just an inevitability. So if we can just make duffel bags as replacement, I think we'll be fine. I do think I'll finish grinding tailoring up to 3 though, just because I already started. So we'll make some more balaclava. Make like 5 more, 6 more. You really need to have at least 13 balaclavas in your life if you're playing Cataclysm. Absolute fact. So did we level up? We're at 99%. 1 more balaclava. Bam. Okay.